Spiritual CEOs, great day to you all. I hope this. Listen, I have been with some of you, and I'm hearing a consistent. I wanted to take a moment to talk about this because I think this is for us to understand. I know historically, people who are called who works in the world, healing, light work, coaching, transformation. Fiona, good afternoon, sweetheart. Historically, we tend to undervalue what it is that we bring to the marketplace. And so when I speak from now, I speak based upon my observations and also about my experience of what I see happening. Essentially, hey Corey, we've got some people joining. So happy to see you, beautiful sisters. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I know that sometimes my audio can be choppy, and I have literally all the apps gotten my memory together here so I can make sure I bring a smooth. Let me know and give me some feedback. So anyway, so I want to tell you that historically do, and I myself did this too, would grossly undervalue our service. We would grossly under what it is that we bring. So not anymore, but it did take a moment to really start to see the truth in what it is that I do. So say this, that my secret sauce, one of the things is I do well with energetics, and I help people to cleanse their energy systems and help them to literally learn to let go of stuck old energy that's been in their cell time. This is something that I do naturally. This is something that I do intuitively. So use acupressure points to do it. But never really admit that I would do this. Things that I learned over the last year or so about what to do. And I'm only sharing this with you to give you an inspiration. But one of the things I learned is that I'm able to help people dislodge residue, his like ancestral things. It's me that God uses me this way. But I also by really embracing the world and embracing what that does for people because it happened to me, real generational stuff. And since I let go of things that was back that I didn't know about, I've seen my visibility soar, my impact soar, and my confidence soar, and the money as well. So the thing about it is we have to be okay with charge services, and I find that money is always available to us. Money is always there, and it's our responsibility to give ourselves. Now, I say that by saying this is me when I'm talking about things around me because I had to really embrace that side of me as well, and I'm really clear on did I want to be a woman that was that didn't have to work or be a woman that wanted her man to take care of her. Like I had to get clear on those things. So I call that really being clear about what my money. So like I don't have where the money comes, but at the same time, I'm a person that's naturally independent, like to take care of myself, and so I had to be okay with the fact that money is always available. Now everyone's one feel that some people generally really want to be taken care of financially and not have anything. And I have no judgment. God bless them. I'm the kind of person I like to have it all the time. And so whether that's through my husband, my efforts, or through other means, I like to have it constantly coming in. So I know that what I need is taken care of. So what you do is you create beliefs around that, whatever it is that you want. You got beliefs around it. But we have to get down in our core being that money is okay. Important. With it, you get to groom yourself. You get to get your fancy clothes. Live by your authentic code, whatever that's for you. And so telling ourselves that person that we're helping can't afford what it is that we do, is us literally not serving them to the level that they can be served, for not necessarily taking care of our own selves. So I'll say that again. Us telling ourselves the person that we're attempting to work with cannot pay for our services is not serving them, and it's not serving us. It's keeping them small and not allowing them to work. And then at the same time, it's not allowing you to experience life in a rich way that you can experience life, richest level that you like to experience it. And so what that does to you is, when you're working with someone in that capacity, and I've done it from experience, when you're working with someone whom you've allowed to lowball you and not pay for your services, a couple things come up. So I want to make very clear when I say this. A couple things come up. Um, you develop a deep sense of resentment to a person. Um, you begin to despise that, showing up in your group and posting the group and commenting and questions. And not only that, then you don't feel good about yourself because you're not able to, that you would have done had you charged, or had you been able to charge what it is that you really want to charge. So you do both of yourself and the person a disservice. Now, here's why you do that to a deeper level. You do that person a disservice by when you don't allow that person to expand into what's possible for them. Without a doubt, the best coaching I have received has been coaching that I paid high dollar for. And here's why. The best coaching I received has been coaching I paid high dollar for, is I showed up to every call, right? Like every piece of homework. Like I did everything. I showed up, I raised my hand, I participated, I asked questions, and I brought this energy up. I'm invested in this. I'm going to get everything that I can. When someone doesn't invest at a high level, they show up late to, or they don't show up at all, and they're saying that your program doesn't work. They're the ones that say that what isn't really what you promoted it to do. They're the ones that turn out to that text you all hours of the night and get upset at the message back to them. So when you're someone that's lower end, they show up differently in the world than someone invests in themselves at a high. I found this out in my real estate transaction as well years ago, when I have some property in New York, and that's Section 8 property, meaning that the government gives cents to pay for the housing for the tenants. I personally don't like that business model, but my family, everything, my family likes it because it's guaranteed money, blah, blah, blah. And then I had a piece of property that was in a higher class neighborhood. That's here in Texas, higher class neighborhood. And it was a duplex. They were paying like a good chunk of money every month. As long as I maintained the place and kept nice, and it was as I marketed it to be, there was no problem. On time, every month, no issues. They maintain it, right? But then the Section 8 place that we have in New York, they complain every, and the way Section 8 works, just stand the way how that goes. They pay a small. So let's say if the rent is 1,000 a month, they pay like 100. The government 900. So this is why I like it so much, because it's guaranteed they'll get the 9. But these same people, they won't even pay the $100 on time. Okay, they won't do their part. They're messy. They'll disrespect the when it's trash time, and so it's just a different mindset. So the habit of thinking you're helping someone by lowballing, by allowing them to services that you provide. You have to look at the energy behind it. You have to look at the dynamic that you're creating to do that. And it's the same thing too. Let's talk about when you're attracting people into your business. Someone that invests in yourself, then from an energetic standpoint, you're going to people that don't like to invest in themselves. I have come to learn our clients, relationships, our homes, our cars, everything. reflection of who we are in that moment. So it took me a while to swallow that reality. It's true. You get in life what you tolerate, right? If you tolerate someone crossing your boundaries, someone constantly showing up on your calendar, not willing to invest in themselves, then I invite you politely to do a little bit of introspection to see where you go up further for yourself. Um, I did that exercise where when I first started out, I was attracting people who were low end. They didn't want to pay for services. They would um, get into a contract and then not keep it. I started looking at my own self, and lo and behold, I was seeing patterns in me. You know, getting into a financial relationship with a company or something, not paying my bills on time, not calling them to make arrangements or whatever it is. Like I wasn't taking care of the things I needed to take care of, and that was being mirrored back to me by way of my clients. So money is a very personal thing, and I'm going to talk more. It's something that us women need to talk about because I discovered men have no problem, absolutely all, talking about money. None whatever. They're not sitting there worrying about if their butt's big to do a video, or if their hair doesn't, or if their breath is too stink. Like they're not thinking like that at all. They just go for it. And I just think that the conditioning of the society has just made it so women have to question themselves and second guess themselves to go after what they desire. And I take a stand for us financially, ladies. Workers, we're here to bring healing to the world. We're to help to expand the consciousness of people, and so we get to do that in a joyful, loving, see, fun, playful way, where we get ourselves and still be highly compensated. So I want to impress upon you that your money is important, and it's not something that you need to make secondary. It's not something you need to tell yourself is not a priority, not important. It absolutely is a priority, especially when goals. You have things that you need to take care of. You have family. You have dreams. You have your business to build, more containers to create, to hold more people, all which take money. So let's be okay with being a powerhouse CEO that is about her business and makes money. Now, I want to really take a moment to share with you all, like, I didn't always have this attitude towards money, so I hope you're thinking that I'm beating you up. And I don't know if you all can still hear me. I'm not seeing anything. You guys know if you're out there and you hear me. No, okay? I wasn't always this way. I was so used to earning money by way of a job. So when you're earning money by way of a job, you develop a certain amount of skills. You develop the worker bee skills, you develop negotiation skills, you develop skills you need to perform on that job. I found that entrepreneurship takes skills as well, sometimes a separate skills, depending on what it is that you did professionally in your career. I know to be true. It takes an entrepreneurial mind. It takes a way of thinking in order to show up for yourself and make money with your services. It's very different than when as the job for you, set out for you, they've done it for you. You're just executing on the delivery of that is. That's different than if you're the one that's got to come up with the marketing, if you come up with the sales process, if you've got to come up with the actual self, and then deliver that service, follow up with your clients. So it's a different way of being. Not for the weak. It is not for the weak. I think you all know that already. So I want to impress upon you that it's vital that you really begin to think about money, something that you're in relationship with, and not just something that pays your bills. It is a tool, and it helps you to facilitate you bringing your message out to the world in a way that's extremely supportive to you. Because only in an extremely supportive way can you do this in a way where you get to be more impactful in the world. I tend to expand out my business. I fully intend to touch thousands and thousands of people. So, but what I'm sharing with you is something that do and nail down and start to understand that money as an entrepreneur is extremely different than money as someone who works for someone else. So this is what I want to share with you all today, and I hope that watch this on replay, get something out of it. Just let me know what your thoughts are around this, your relationship with money, because it's vital for you to play small. There's no need to feel like you have to play small. So what I want to do is involve something very special. Um, in shifting my mindset and shift my understanding and the energy around money, I've created some rituals, and I'd like to invite you to a special meditation with me on Thursday night. And so this is going to be live right here in this group, and I want you, the reason why I meditate. I know that you all as light workers at least have heard of it and are, if not pros at this, are stepping into it. So, but I want to invite you to this because I feel like the collective is so much more effective than just the individual. And I really believe that now is time for us to open our voice, because what's going to happen? Right? What's going to happen is May or June or whenever the quarantine is over for us, people are going to turn back to status quo. It won't happen right away. They're going to ease back in their old way of thinking, their old way of living. And what's going to happen is, if you were there in this time, they will remember you when they ease back into the status quo, like to be top of mind. So if you don't take a moment now to really cement you in the minds of the people that you're here to serve, then you're going to see that more people have come on board because people are right, and those people are. So you got to decide if who you're going to be and how you're going to market and what that looks like. So I know for me, you I mean, a while ago, that year was going to be the best year that I was going to have yet, and I would show up for people every single day. And I realized that not showing up, and I said this in one of my earlier videos, by not showing up, not offering value, and not sharing what was going on with me, selfish and self-focused. I learned that in one of my studies, that I made up my mind right then and there, I will not be selfish, I will give selflessly. So I want you all to a collective meditation, just our group. And if you know of anyone that's building their business and is called to light coaching, or as a spiritual woman, I would for you to invite her to the group. We're going to have this meditation on Thursday, and I actually walk you through some of the rituals that I have. So, and I want to do it Thursday evening because I actually am going to bed earlier because I want to get up early. I found myself getting up later in the morning, and that doesn't work for me. So I'll do it for like 8 o'clock, and hoping that some of you that are on the East Coast and the East Coast, maybe it's still a good time for you. California area on the West Coast, it'll be 6 o'clock. So if you couldn't make live, I understand, but if you could, it'd be great. And then we've got some people out in the Europe area as well. A bit later, it's like 2 a.m. for them or something like that. So most of us were thinking and settling in for them. But it's a nice way for us to get, and it certainly is a nice way for us to create in our group, and also for those who may not have a habit or a ritual that includes, this is a nice thing. So it is Thursday, 8 o'clock Central, and I will put a post up there, but it'll be right here in this group. We're just going to get together and going to, start to visualize what it is that we want to create in the world. Because I'm here to tell you that now truly is the time for us to really elevate our business to the next level. And, we gotta become warriors with this. We gotta become powerhouses with this. We gotta become leaders with this, because the world's looking for God's calling back. So with me, then I'm gonna go ahead and put the invitation. I'm gonna put a post, see it, and then for those of you that are watching this replay, I'd love to hear your thoughts around money, concerns around it, and the reason why I'm speaking about it, and I will continue about it as part of my platform because I truly do stand economic and emotional sovereignty for us women, for us coaches, for us transformationists. I mean, at the end of the day, we get to go out and support all of these people, but then who is there to support us? Who is there to lift us up and is there to help us to see what's possible for us? The things we do live in a world that's quite negative, not by itself because the world is neutral, but the propaganda, the media, everything that's thrown at the people can be negative. And if you're anything like me, the world I live in, the world I've cultivated, is extremely positive. But it took for me to develop that and cultivate that. And at the same time, the general population is not that way. You know what? I had to really come to grips with reality that the general population is in a state of being thrown negative propaganda and fear-based teaching and fear-based decision making. So let's be the light. Let's be God's hands and feet in the world, and let's come to meditate and really to elevate ourselves to a place where we feel free to go out and also be confident so that we can our can be met as well. All right. So hope you all enjoyed this. See you on Thursday. I'll probably come back live again, but definitely Thursday we're gonna get together. All right. And again, the other thing. So that's three I'm going to tell you, right? The other thing is, no, that's it. I will see you Thursday, right? And let me know your comments around. All right. Blessings to you. Have a great rest. Bye bye.